Going everybody, this is Vince Blair, Vince the Prince. I just wanted to share a quick video with you about something I learned today as something really badass. Is I have similar views on the subject, but this kind of enhanced my way of thinking times 10, I should say. There's a quote. I don't know who it's by, so I don't quote me on the author, but the way the quote says is there is no failures, only lessons. There is no failure, only lessons. Now think about it. If you're afraid to fail, you're going to fail and then go back to something that you're going to be comfortable with. If you're afraid of a no or rejection, you're going to go back into your comfort zone, and if you're not, especially if you're not willing to stay out of your comfort zone and learn something new and better yourself in one way, shape, or form. Okay, there is no failures, only lessons. What does that mean? Okay, check this out. The prime example, Thomas Edison. Okay, he invented the light bulb. You know how many times it took him to actually invent and perfect making the light bulb? 10,000 times. Someone asked him, said, you failed 10,000 times before you came out with your invention the right way? He goes, oh, no, I didn't fail. Only learned how to perfect, how to make, oh, no. I only learned how to not make a light bulb with 10,000 other ways. You know, how to perfect it in another 10,000 ways. And I really like that, because if you think about it, he says I didn't fail. I got my end result that I wanted to. I only learned how to not do it in 10,000 other ways. By learning those 10,000 other ways of not having what I want at the end result, I learned how to obtain the end result. Those failures, in quotes, okay, are the keys to your success. If you're willing to go out and fail, as society calls it, I call it learn, because it's an opportunity for you to understand something something more than what you previously did. Okay, if you fail, in quotes again, you're gonna learn, and it's gonna be a lesson to you of what not to do the next time. Okay, there was a quote by someone. My mentor told me this. He said the only reason I have $22 million sitting in my bank account is because I have failed more times in my life than you have. And when he was telling me that, I was like, what? Kind of trying to understand the meaning. And basically what it is the person was willing to go out and fail. He failed and messed up and learned a hell of a lot more than any average Joe person, which is the reason he earned the $22 million to be sitting into his bank account. Now, grasp that for a second, guys. If you're willing to fail, if you're willing to learn, you will succeed. Step out of your comfort zone and stay out of there until the uncomfortable feeling becomes comfortable. Once that becomes comfortable, you'll have no problems, you'll have no worries, you'll have nothing like that. You'll actually understand the concept that money comes quickly and easily. Repeat this in your head, guys, a lot. I mean, multiple times a day. And if you can, do it hundreds of times a day. This is what I do in my meditations, and I tell myself this all the time. That way I can completely grasp the understanding of that feeling, that money comes quickly and easily. The sooner you understand that is when you'll be able to have the results that you want to have in your life. But but in order to get there, you're going to have to fail. In quotes, fail. Okay? So if you're willing to get out there, get out of your comfort zone, there's nothing better than failing. Why? Because you're not going to ever make those same mistakes again, and if you do, then you didn't learn from what you failed from, and you're just swinging blindly, like I've said before. And you never want to do that. You always want to keep track of your failures and write them down if you can, and are willing to write them down. Because if you write them down, you have a documentation that you can come back to on a later date and read exactly what you did. That way you can be like, oh, well, let's try this move instead of what I did this last time, because you know that because of what you did this previous last time, whatever you did was wrong. In order to get the end result that you want, it was wrong. So what'd you do? What do you have to do? Change it, which is learning a lesson, not failing, learning a lesson. Once you guys grasp this, you guys will exceed 10 times more, because you won't be afraid to fail, because you'll know that it's not failure, it's a learning process. You're going through and finding out what works for you and what doesn't, because you're not going to want to use what doesn't work for you, right? Exactly. So if you guys are willing to step out of your comfort zone and stay in there, I promise you guys, not only will your professional life be better, but your personal, your social, your spiritual life will even be better, because you're willing to test new things that you've never thought of yourself doing before. You know, I want to put up a challenge for you guys, is to do something that I've been doing every day on a conscious basis. Every day, I want you to write down how you became better. Every day, at the end of every day, before you go to bed, write down, how did I become better? Okay, as your topic. And then, okay, today is Friday the 29th of June, okay, 2013. I would write, on Friday, June 29th, 2013, I have gotten better in the area and field of blank. Whatever the hell you got better at today. Okay, every day always be more successful than you were the day previous. Why? Because if you do that, you'll explode with your potential. Okay, you'll have such understandings that you never even thought of before, and realizations that come to you, which is more amazing, and you'll have such more progress within yourself. It's gonna blow your mind, guys. So it's what I want you to do every day. Get better at, even if it's only one thing every day. Well, even if it's only one thing every day, always become better and do something better to better yourself every day. Whether it's reading for an extra 5 pages from a book that you're reading, or listening to 2 hours worth of audio tapes. It doesn't matter. Write it down every day, and then review it as you keep going. Because at the later dates, the more you do this, you're going to go back to your very first logs and look into it, and you're going to be like, wow, that was some petty little shit that I was learning and getting better at, that compared to the stuff I'm doing now. It's like elementary school versus college, you know, the two comparisons. You're going to be like, wow, like the stuff I'm doing now to get better at every day and the stuff I was doing back then, that is so petty compared to what I'm doing now. And you'll actually realize this and see your results and see your successes. Okay, and not only that, but you will actually be able to see your growth. It's visual proof of what you're learning and what you're doing, and that way you can show everybody, look, this is what I've been writing every day. For the past 60 days, I've been getting better at something every day, no matter what, always personally developing myself, one way, shape, or form. And look, here's my results. And look at the results I've had just from doing this alone. Not just from my businesses and this, that, and the third, but just bettering myself in at least one aspect every day. I have gotten these results in 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, how many ever days it takes you to come to your realization of your progress. I want you guys to take this and grasp it and run with it, because this is something that will supercharge you. It's been something that's been supercharged me ever since I've been doing it. I've been more pumped about myself just by bettering myself in one little aspect or another every day than I've ever been in my life. Whether just being in an Empower, reading an inspirational book, watching The Secret, anything like that, I have never been more pumped about myself than now, because I'm improving myself in one aspect or another today. Just for example, I ran 5 miles today, straight, without stopping. 5 miles. Took me about an hour to do, because I got really tired and was going up mountains, and I had to come back down and shit. But 5 miles. I ran 5 miles today. Okay, I read 30 pages, listened to 2 hours worth of audio tapes, what else did I did 2 meditation sessions, talked to my mentor, and networked with somebody who was deaf and isn't physically able to talk. And so you tell me that that's not bettering myself, and 60 days from now, when you hear me talking about how I'm bettering myself, you're going to be like, he's grown, And this is the same thing I want you guys to do. Grasp this, guys, and you guys will blow up beyond all portions. And the funny thing is I know you can do it, because if I can do it, you can. Struggling homeless orphan, me, bettering myself and being able to put myself in the positions that I want to be in. If I can do it, you can do it. Especially if you've had an easier beginning to your life than I have. If you didn't have as hard as struggles, and you didn't have to worry about homelessness and addiction, and you didn't have to worry about being abandoned and trying to find food and learning how to grow up all on your own and raising someone else as you're doing all this and doing all this stuff. If you didn't have those types of struggles, and you had more of a minor side of struggles, then you have more of a reason to succeed than I do. Why? Because you have the gifts and fruits given to you and provided to you already to succeed. Take them and just run, guys. That's all it is. Take it and run. I love you. If you need anything, hit me up, email me, contact me, Facebook me in one way, shape, or form. I'll answer your response. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.